Resuming debate at second reading of Bill C-2, Strong Borders Act.
This guy's garage. Like and subscribe.
Today, we're taking a deeper look at Bill C-2, the Strong Borders Act. On the surface, it's about keeping Canadians safe from crime at the border. But many experts and privacy advocates are warning that it could quietly reduce your freedom, both offline and online. Let's go step by step and explain what's in the bill, why it matters, and how it could affect regular people like you and me. Bill C-2 gives border agents and police new powers to inspect mail packages and even personal communication. Before this bill, Canada Post could only open non-letter mail if there was a serious reason. But now, letters can be opened too, even greeting cards or private notes, if authorities suspect something wrong. And suspicion doesn't require hard proof. Let's say your grandma sends you a birthday card with some money inside. If someone flags it as suspicious, maybe the envelope is a bit bulky or was mailed from overseas, the government can open it and inspect it. This section of the law doesn't just affect physical mail. It also touches almost every part of your digital life. Under the Supporting Authorized Access to Information Act, part of Bill C-2, law enforcement can require tech companies like your Internet Service Provider ISP to turn over user data without a court order. This includes your email history, IP addresses, browsing behavior, and even encrypted messages. Because there are few transparency rules, the public won't know how often these requests are made, how much data is collected, or whether any of it was collected in error. EasyEnds, a Canadian tech company that manages domains and provides secure internet services, warns that these new powers could be used to target people unfairly, especially when definitions like suspect are so broad. Think about how often you're online sending texts, using social media, searching Google. This bill could open the door for quiet tracking of your everyday activity, without your knowledge or the ability to challenge it in court. Before we dive in, it's important to know where some of this information comes from. One source is EasyEnds, an independent Canadian internet services company. They specialize in things like domain registration and secure hosting, and they also write public policy blogs. In their article about Bill C-2, they explain how this law could quietly expand government surveillance by using vague definitions and little oversight. The bill goes further by creating the Supporting Authorized Access to Information Act, which lets law enforcement ask internet companies for your emails, browsing history, and messages, even without a judge's approval. And they can do this secretly. That includes Google, Facebook, and even your internet provider. Say you send a private message to a friend talking about politics or even a protest. If the government thinks that's linked to some foreign group or issue, they can collect your messages without telling you. Your phone, email, and online life can be watched without a warrant. One major issue is how this bill allows different parts of the government to share your information. For example, what Canada Border Services Agency learns about you can be shared with other departments like immigration, police, or intelligence, even if you've never broken a law. Another big worry is the possibility of bulk data collection. This means the government can gather massive amounts of information from thousands or millions of people and filter it later. You don't have to do anything wrong to be swept up in it. The information could be stored indefinitely with no clear rules on deletion. The bill also doesn't set strict oversight or penalties if officials misuse powers. Without these checks, it's possible that mistakes or abuse of power won't be caught in time. And since you aren't notified if you're being watched, there's little way to defend yourself or even know it's happening. Critics worry that these powers could expand over time and be used beyond border-related issues. What starts as a tool to stop smuggling or crime could slowly become part of how the government monitors people during protests, immigration reviews, or even financial transactions. Another concern raised by EasyEnds and privacy watchdogs is the lack of judicial oversight. The law doesn't clearly define how long personal data can be kept, who reviews it, or what protections exist to prevent misuse. This opens the door for long-term surveillance of people who haven't done anything wrong. Another problem is the lack of transparency. There's no requirement to inform you if your data was accessed. So you could be under watch and never know it. It's hard to stand up for your rights if you don't even know they're being used against you. Canada has always valued freedom and privacy, but this bill could chip away at those values, especially if these powers are abused or expanded later. Once we let the government open our mail and check our digital lives, it's hard to take that power back. Groups like the Canadian Civil Liberties Association and privacy experts like Michael Gase say this bill is a threat to freedom. They're asking for more limits, better oversight, and the ability for people to know when their privacy is being violated. Bill C-2 may sound like it's just about stopping crime, but it could quietly open the door to a surveillance state. We should all care about this, because even if you have nothing to hide, you still have a right to privacy. Thanks for watching. Let us know in the comments. Do you think the government should be able to read your mail or look at your emails without a warrant? Don't forget to like and subscribe for more explainers like this.